when they're first there, and you can see how high up the dirt comes, and this is when he noticed these cutouts in the cliff face.
Now, okay, so is this that same debris pile?
Uh-huh.
Right. That
No,
was right.
Yeah.
no.
What do you
The
mean?
debris pile where he
The
first
first-
pointed is around the corner.
Is it?
It's around the corner. The debris pile where his grotto was a little bit around the corner to the left.
Oh, it's just, yeah, it's over this way a little bit more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a lot, but yeah.
Okay, so but this was trash right here too, then, right?
Yeah,
Or-
this was just,
just next to it.
nobody knew what those were.
Okay.
And when Ron prayed about it, he believed that these were where they put the signs of, where they put the signs of Jesus Christ, King of the Jews,
Yeah.
or Jesus of Nazareth. And I kept praying for some kind of evidence as to, because people said, oh, those are probably recent or something. Well, Ron had a man in Turkey, and he asked him to go to a certain place on the Euphrates River and take some pictures because he was trying to find the Tower of Babel. And so this man went there, and he sent this picture to us. Now, I want you to look at this right here, this curve, just like this one.
Oh yeah.
And it has the name Vespasian in it, who was the emperor,
The Roman emperor.
the Roman emperor right after Jesus was crucified.
68, 69 AD,
Yeah.
and Jesus died in 33.
Yeah. Okay, so
So,
it's right before.
It
So
was the early church was.
that was the
Wow.
exact time for the Romans to have put those signs up there, because they used crucifixion as a deterrent. They wanted people to see that and think, oh, I don't want to go through a crucifixion, so I won't kill this person or do something
Yeah.
like that. So here is a picture that I took of him back in, I'm not sure when I took this, many years ago, maybe 90 or something, where the Garden Tomb was just trying to hide it. You know, they would put stuff up there to cover it up. They didn't know how to handle it. But here's Ron when he's wearing his surgical stuff, because he knew he was going to be digging.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, so, and this is just a close-up picture, but they had signs made that says, Jesus of
Yeah, yeah.
Nazareth, King of the Jews.
See, he found those niches in the wall. So that's when it gave me the idea that maybe to start digging down.
Because even though the Bible says that Herod wrote, had them put the signs up there in the 3 languages, the Bible says they put it on the cross. And they may have done that, but nobody would have been able to read it. So these were probably additional people from the road could have read these signs, what they had died, what they were being punished for. Now this is a more recent picture right here, and that is showing exactly where the crucifixion was, right there. There's the
okay.
skull face. There's the tomb.
Okay. Is that Gethsemane right
Oh.
down or no?
Is it what?
Garden of Gethsemane or whatever?
No,
that's,
that's on the Mount of Olives.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I show you what I saw there
Yeah.
when I came with Ron the first time?
Sure.
When I looked over the fence here in the Garden Tomb, you could look down to the bus station,
Uh-huh.
and all right here there was a pottery maker
Oh,
with a lot of pots. Did you see that?
no, they're not.
I have a
good.
picture of the
Yeah, they had
pots.
the banana cave down in the bottom
Right.
of that. Where there was a cave down inside of there
Yeah.
where they stored things to cool them off for sale.
They used it like a refrigerator.
Anyway, this one was down here. You can see a few of the pots maybe, but it's just the
Cool to see all this be
a
there.
symbol, of
Yeah.
us as we receive Christ. He makes a new pot.
Could you move?
You know
move
what I mean?
close and let me just sit there.
That's why I thought it was
My
so
back's not going.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, anyhow, let's go on. That's showing where the Garden Tomb is. Back to there. Now, the Garden Tomb, this is the Garden Tomb soon after it was discovered. And if you'll notice,
Is the
all of that is, recent, because it was a Greek man owned this land,
Yeah.
and he wanted a cistern for his, to collect water.
Yeah.
And he broke into the cliff, and so then he found it was a tomb, and he knew he couldn't use that for water because it was a tomb.
Oh, okay.
That's how it was discovered.
Well, so they didn't see it. Was it?
It was
closed up,
covered up. Yeah,
the whole thing.
yeah, yeah.
And this is it still shows the track for the
Oh yeah. Yeah.
stone. Maybe so this is where the rolled the stone. Did he find? I don't know if it was this one or another place where he found the steel.
Yes, that was right here.
Right here with the steel anchor or
I
the
think it
steel.
maybe be right there.
Yeah, did you see
and
that?
then one over
Really?
here. We'll look at that in a minute. I'll show you
So
a piece
maybe you
of
meant,
pictures.
okay. So when they rolled the stone from Jesus, right, away, that was right there. That's where it would roll on that. Like you see in the movies.
And what's funny is some people have said, "Oh, that's not to roll a stone. That's to water the animals." Well, this is all open. They put rocks in here to prevent people from walking in it, but it's completely open. I have pictures of that. So, and this is inside. This is inside the tomb.
That's where Jesus.
And this is when they first found it. They found a divider in there that they took out.
They said that people took samples, took souvenirs, and they destroyed that wall that you see.
Yeah.
The wall now is gone.
Yeah. Whoops. Uh-oh, I lost it.
So what was on the other side of that wall? Because he laid.
You show the picture from
Okay.
now.
This is now that piece. That thing
how
was
that whole
stuck in
wall
here.
is
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
People took pieces of that as souvenirs,
It
and they
was,
destroyed that whole wall.
So did he lay in here still?
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a little
And then-
divider. So if people were coming to mourn, or they would be over here, and he'd be laying
Right.
right over that wall.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now, that wall, if you look on the end there, has been notched out about 4 inches. They've dug out about 4 inches.
Yeah, Ron
Yeah.
believed that Jesus was a little taller than average,
Yeah.
and they had to dig it out.
Dig it out.
That was
So
his
we
theory.
measured that,
Yeah.
and it's 6'4".
Yeah.
Really? So you actually got to go in because now
He
you can't go
wasn't
in that
6
close,
foot
huh?
four though. I don't
Well,
think.
I'm just saying the opening is 6'4".
So you actually went in there and measured it?
Yeah.
So you were able because nowadays you can't go in there.
No,
right?
you
Or-
can't. They let us go in when they were still
Yeah.
friendly with us. Here's that.
okay.
These are just put there, but the stone, they could not have lifted that stone to
No.
put it in there. It had to be rolled in, and it was massive. Let's see. Whoops.
I think that's 18 inches
Oh.
track.
Why can I not
18
get that?
inches wide, something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe 20 inches wide.
Here we go. And that's what you were talking
yeah,
about.
okay, that's
yeah.
cool.
See.
Yeah.
That's the anchor to stop the stone,
Yeah.
or to seal it,
they
to
would
hold
put a
it.
chain across the stone and anchor the pin on each side.
Oh, okay.
So there's a pin on each side.
Oh, there was a pin on the other
On
side
each
too?
side. Mhm.
And see, here's Ron pointing to one. And then this is on the other side. What's interesting is this one doesn't have a pin in it, like it was apparently pulled out. But this one is, as you can see, it was sheared off, which meant that the angel rolled the stone in this direction and tore that pin off.
We know that's a Roman pin because the Colosseum was built that way. They would melt lead and put it in the hole and then drive the steel into the lead. And that's how that's held there.
See, Richard and I did go and have that tested.
Really?
Yeah, we did. We took it to a lab there in Israel, and they tested it, and they said that it was Roman steel or iron, and it had lead surrounding it to hold it in.
Wow.
Just
Yeah.
like the Colosseum was built.
Yeah, so that makes it Roman right there.
So apparently the other one
There's the other one.
that was pulled out, or it's pulled out, and then that one's sheared off.
That one's sheared off, yeah. And see, you can see the space right here. This is not enclosed. They just put a
okay.
thing there, but that had to be open for them to roll the massive stone in there after
Oh,
they
wow.
made it. And that's a picture Ron had made of how it might have looked.
Okay.
And they would have put the Roman seal there in the middle
Let's see.
Oh, really?
with wax.
Oh, okay.
They would wax and put their seal there on the middle.
Okay.
Now this is Ronnie and Danny.
These are his boys.
I think this was probably the first time they went there, maybe because they're so young.
Yeah.
And so what I did is I made a stone that would go from that to there to show kind of how it would look,
13 foot 2 inches is
the distance.
the distance between the pins.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Could that so if you rolled that stone, was there enough to bring it over
Oh
here?
yeah,
yeah,
That
it's
track?
all the way to the end.
all the way. It goes a long way. Yeah. And so.
So did you have that drawn up and everything? And
No, I just made it.
You
You
made
can
that?
do anything with Photoshop. Really don't believe anything you see.
Yeah.
And he had this picture drawn to kind of show how the signs would look, but it's incorrect because his head would have been way down
yeah,
here.
it was a lot lower.
Right, but
Yeah.
at the time he didn't know that. He hadn't gone down there yet. Let's see.
When we
where
did our
are we?
excavation, we went down 32 feet.
So were you?
We removed 32 feet of dirt.
So you were there digging too?
Yeah, I was there on the excavation. That's how I met Mary Nell.
Yeah, that's how we
Yeah.
met.
Oh
Yeah.
wow! What a neat way to meet each other.
Yeah, we
Yes.
met in Jerusalem.
Wow.
Okay.
Did you get married there?
No.
No, we ended up in Vancouver to get married.
Oh.
Here is the place. The